You know what today is, right? It is day 3 of 30 Days of Tech, and today we rocking with our everyday carry. Now, this is gonna carry what I keep in my pockets and what I keep in my bag because I bring my bag with me anytime I leave. But let's get into it. Actually, let me go get my bag. All right. So right now it is empty, but this is the backpack I've been using. Yeah, this is just from Amazon. It is not a special book bag. It just has some padding in it. I think it looks cool with the black and the leather, or it's not really leather, it's just brown, but I think it looks pretty cool. I spent like 20 bucks on it. So if you want that, I'm pretty sure you can find that style somewhere on Amazon, or I could link it. I don't know. I might put a link down there for it, but let's go to what I consider must-have essentials because I literally carry these every single day. And if I leave the house, all 3 of these items are on me. My Samsung S23 Ultra and my iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now, I've got a video out on the S23 Ultra already, but I've got a review coming for the 15 Pro Max. I've said that a few times now, but it is what it is. It's the truth. Also, I do carry a pocket knife with me every time I leave the house. Now, I used to carry this one. This one is a Smith & Wesson pocket knife. I've had this one for about 2 years now. It's pretty dinged up, and I thought it was time for a replacement. So I actually replaced it with this. It's a KRKT knife. This one was pretty cheap and inexpensive. I believe one of these was 60 bucks, and I don't think it was this one. Now, when it comes down to AirPods, I do keep AirPods on me. So it's actually changed a bit. So I used to keep these. These are the AirPod Pros. I used to keep these, but then I downsized, so I gave these to my wife. So I don't actually keep these anymore, but these are definitely a great option for anybody who wants AirPods. Like, I would literally use these every day. But now I am using these. So these are my AirPods Max. Well, not now. I've actually had these for over a year now. As you can tell, that it's a little bit discolored. But again, it's been actually closer to 2 years that I've had these. I don't use AirPods every time I'm walking around anymore. I don't even use headphones when I'm just out and about. These are mainly for if I'm doing something at Starbucks or something, or if I'm going to the gym, then I'll use my headphones. But I keep it in my bag because if I do decide to sit down and maybe do a little work or do something like that, I can keep myself entertained with these. Now, these I love because they are noise canceling, but they're also transparent. They have transparency mode, which means when you have them on, you can turn your music down just a little bit, but you can still hear everything that's going on around you. So, of course, I got to keep these. Now, I don't think I mentioned my Apple Watch. This is the Apple Watch Ultra. This is the first version. I don't have the second version. I won't get the second version, nor will I ever buy another Apple Watch. It's not because they're bad. It really is not because they're bad, but it's because I'm bad at using them. In all reality, I don't use them to track workouts or anything anymore. I just kind of work out. I don't use them to respond back to text messages, and I barely use them to change music if I'm listening to music. I actually just keep it on my wrist at this point because I spent the money for it and I don't want to waste the money. Now, these 3 things actually are in my bag for creative purposes, right? So this is the Mantis Pod. They have a Mantis Pod and a Mantis Pod Pro, but this is the tripod that I use to set my camera up really quickly. It breaks down and it opens up into 3 pieces. These 3 pieces are like the legs, and then this button on the side lets you adjust the head. Another thing that I take, now this isn't every day, but if I know I'm going to record or if I know I want to get some cool angles, this is what I take. Now, just looking at this, you probably wouldn't be able to tell me what this is. This is actually 2 pieces. This is basically this is what you mount your camera on to, and you can mouse it on different things. And then this is just a C-clamp. Together, they make this one device, which allows me to get cool angles because I can actually take this clamp and close it. And once I close it, it'll hold my camera at whatever angle or however I set it up. And then I can take my top here and I can rotate it and get it to the perfect angle and the perfect setting and the perfect degrees that I want to. And speaking of creative, I am using the Sony a7C II with a Sigma 24-270. And then I just use a Dream filter, which is similar to a Pro Mist filter. It just kind of softens up the look. It makes it more retro looking, which, I mean, that's just my style. And lastly, I have this Ambilight, or what is it called? ambitful, whatever. It's basically it is a tube light that you can turn on and you can set to give you ambient lighting. Now you can change it to whatever color that you want, and it goes for your natural colors as well. So if I wanted to add a little bit of accent lighting to a picture or a video, I can be out and not have to worry about having the perfect look. So if I wanted to light, let's say light myself up from the bottom, you can see just out of camera, it might look like it's a light source here now, but I try to make it look as natural as possible. But it allows me to hit some of those shadows when I don't have the perfect lighting. And this is super small that it just fits in. And also this is magnetized on these ends, so they actually stick to metal. And let's say I just wanted to have it in a weird spot and it was maybe on a fence or something, I could use it there too. We do have my MacBook 16-inch M3 Pro, and I put a video out on this already and how I feel about these. These are great machines. I love them. I'm gonna continue using this one until it doesn't work anymore, or until maybe I get so movie-like that I need to upgrade. That's the hope, but hey. With that, I am using this Samsung SSD. Now this is their T7 Shield. The reason I picked this SSD is because it's supposed to be like drop proof and things like that. It's got a rubber coating around it, so it is supposed to be a little bit more resistant to drops and breaking, anything like that. This one is a 4 terabyte. Oh, dang. This one's a 4 terabyte. Yeah, this one is a 4 terabyte. I have another one that I used to use from SanDisk. This is a big orange one. I'm pretty sure you've seen it before. That one is a 2 terabyte. This one is just much more slim and compact. This is a SSD, a solid state drive, and then my other one was a hard drive. So there's a difference in that. Maybe you guys want to know about the differences. I might make that a series in the 30 days as well, but that's what we have for my computer. And then I have a dongle here. I actually used to bring this along a lot. I don't anymore because we don't really use things that have USB-A on them. And then we definitely don't use too much of the headphone jack because we have one, the HDMI because we have one, and then the SSD because, again, we have one. But when I did have the MacBook M2 Air, I did use this a lot. So, you know, there's that. Then we have this. So this is not a gun. This is a air gun. It has 3 settings on it, which I can use to clean my keyboard, or it's actually strong enough for me to blow dust off of anything or even dry something that has water on it. I can use it on my camera. I can use it on my tech. Anything that I need to just clean up really quick. Yeah, so that's what this is. I haven't had to charge this but one time since I've got it, and I've had it for a few months now. This actually might be one of my favorite things, pieces of tech that I bought, because it was extremely cheap, but this literally has been one of the most useful things that I've bought. That is what I currently keep every day, or every other day, or once a week. But when I go out, this is typically my setup, with some things coming in, some things coming out. I'd have to say, honestly though, this shouldn't make it. This I haven't taken with me in such a long time, so we're actually gonna get rid of that. I thought that was gonna be funnier than it was. Look, be grateful for today because you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Peace.